Happy Friday. And if you are living in rural Panama with a poor internet connection, this is a really happy Friday for you. Because finally, after, I don't know how long it's been, well over a year and a half, maybe even closer to 2 years of waiting, Starlink Residential is finally available in Panama. Okay, so I have my handy dandy jungle notes here. We're going to talk about everything Starlink Residential. It's been stamped and approved by the official Panamanian Dog Department. All right, so here's what we're going to go through in this video so you know what to expect. We're going to talk about the residential unit that just became available this week versus the RV or roam unit that I did a video on a few months ago. There are major differences between the two. We're going to talk about your deadline for ordering your unit if you put your deposit down and were in line for getting a Starlink residential unit. We're going to talk about the entire checkout process, how much everything costs, how much is the unit, how much is it per month for your internet, how much is the shipping, and more importantly, how do you get it shipped? I mean, raise your hand if you don't have an address in Panama. Okay, so how are you getting it shipped to you if you don't have an address? I have the answer for you. We're going to also talk about some additional things you need to know for installation. Really important things like what additional products you might need in order to install your unit and how the installation process works. So we're going to cover all of that in today's video. It's a lot of information, but hang in there. It's good stuff. If you like information about like this about Panama, anything and everything, make sure you click subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification button because every Friday I'm bringing you really important, cool stuff about Panama. Whether you live here already, you're thinking about moving here, or you just want to come as a tourist. Okay? And don't forget to join the I Go Panama Facebook group. Over 20,000 people strong, asking and answering anything and everything about Panama every single day, not just Friday like here at the YouTube. All right, so let's jump into the whole thing. First topic, RV units or roam units versus residential. I did an entire video about the RV units a few months back because we did order one of those. Now it's called roam. And in the months, maybe it was like December that I did that video, I think. So in the last 5 months or so, changes have been made to that program. Number one, it had originally been called RV. Then they changed the name to Roam. Then they raised the rates from $120 a month to $150 a month. Okay? Now, what are the differences between the RV unit and the residential unit? Well, cost is going to be one of them, and we're going to talk about that a little later. But basically, an RV unit is going to cost you about $100 a month more than a residential unit. Okay? If you are traveling and you want to travel anywhere in the continent, really, and take your Starlink with you, then the RV unit might be a better deal for you because you can move around with that one. And the other really cool thing about the RV unit is that you can suspend your subscription for months if you need to. So that way you're not having to pay every month if you're not traveling with it and don't need it. So if you are traveling a lot and want internet for that purpose, RV might be your best bet. But if you're just looking to have internet at your house, the residential unit, now that it's available, is going to be really your best choice because you're going to save about, like I said, $100 a month on it. However, you cannot suspend that subscription. So if you go to the States for 6 months out of the year, you still have to continue paying that fee, monthly subscription fee. You can't just cancel it while you're gone. So keep those things in mind. Okay, so I got my email on Wednesday. Let's see, I guess, what is today, Brian? Friday, but May what?
19th.
Friday, May 19th. So I got mine on Wednesday, May 17th. The email confirmation stating that my unit was ready to ship. Now, the only people that would have gotten this email are the people who spent $99 at some point during the last couple of years that it's been available and got on the waiting list. Okay, so all of those people have priority. If you're not on the waiting list, you're kind of screwed until all of the waiting list people are taken care of. Okay, and we don't really know what that process is going to look like after all the waiting list people are fulfilled, how long it might take you to get a unit. We'll just have to see. That's in the future. But as of now, I have 7 days from the day I got that email. So I have until Wednesday, May 24th to confirm that I want my unit. And if I don't confirm that I want my unit, they will cancel my order. My deposit will be refunded to me, and I will lose my place in line. Okay, so if you got this email, you really need to make a decision fast. Okay, because we don't know what the future looks like if you weren't on the waiting list, how long it might take you to get a unit. All right, so basically it's so simple. You just click the little confirm, and then it's going to take you to the Starlink site. You log in with the original email and password that you used when you set up your account and placed your deposit, and then it just tells you to start checking out. The unit is only $250. I paid I think $700 for my RV unit. And it's basically the same thing. It's just you can move one and you can't move the other one. So $250 is a good deal. And monthly, $52. Guys, that is huge for those of us in rural areas like in Bocas, where like right now I'm paying over $100 a month for about 2 megabytes. Now I'm looking to pay half of that for probably between 75 and 300 megabytes. Game changer. Game changer. All right. Shipping. How much is shipping going to cost? Like, oh my God, right? $22. Okay, so let's talk about all this. When I did all my checkout with my unit, with my and my shipping cost minus my $99 deposit, $173 total. Okay, you will need to put your cedula or passport in when you order, so have that information ready. So now let's talk about the shipping address, because first you put in all your credit card, then you put in your shipping information, and this is the part that has been really, I'm getting sun on me. This is the part, let me wiggle a little bit, let me move. Maybe that's better. Can you still see me, Brian? Okay, so the shipping part is the part that's really messing people up, because like I said, I don't have a Panamanian address. I doubt you do either. So how are we going to do this? Because people originally, like on Wednesday and Thursday of this week when they were getting their mail, were trying to put in the shipping address we use for everything in Panama. Like if we're doing Amazon orders, we ship everything to Miami, and then it comes to us on our freight forwarder through Red and Blue or Fastbox or Mailboxes, etc., or whoever our freight forwarder might be. That's not going to work, guys. You cannot put in a U.S. address. You cannot put in your Miami address for your freight forwarder. You have to put in a Panamanian address. People were freaking out about this. I contacted Starlink customer support, and shock of all shocks, they literally got back to me within 24 hours, which has not been my experience in the past. They said everything is going to be shipped DHL. And knowing that this is $22, I promise you they're not shipping it from the U.S. I had to ship a piece of paper to my attorney via DHL from the U.S. to Panama, and it was over $100. This is a massive box. So here's what I'm figuring. They do have a headquarters here in Panama City, and it seems like they're probably warehousing all of their units here in Panama, and they are going to ship those units out throughout the country via DHL. So you just have to have a Panamanian address. How am I getting around that? All right. If you have a freight forwarder like Redbox, like Mailboxes, etc., like whoever that might be. Is there a problem, Brian?
No.
Okay. Whoever that might be. He's messing with the camera. Whoever your freight forwarder might be, the easiest thing for you to do is to use their Panamanian address. So contact Redbox, Red and Blue, contact Fastbox, contact Mailboxes, etc. Ask them for their physical address in Panama. You might be able to just get it off of Google Maps as well. And put all of that information into the shipping. As you put all of that in, it's probably not going to verify the address. So there's a little box down there that you check that says this address is not verified, but it's correct. So when I did mine, I'm not in Bocas right now. This unit is for my Bocas home, but I'm not there right now. So I put my Fastbox Coronado address, and then I put Fastbox Coronado, and then I put my my little customer number that I have to put on all my shipments from the States, like FBC, whatever that number is, on the first line. Then I put the street address for Fastbox Coronado on the second line, then filled in that it's Panama Oeste province in the country of Panama, and there's no zip code, okay? That's how I did it. Clicked that I trust that the address is correct, hit confirm, and boom, my order went through. Okay, so that's how you get around that. If you don't have the address, ship it somewhere direct. I could have had it shipped to Uno Express, but because I don't have a customer account with them, I didn't feel quite as comfortable with that because they don't really know who I am there. Whereas Fastbox and Red and Blue and Bocas, they know who I am. So I feel better shipping to a forwarder that knows who I am when they get my box. Okay. Next thing is adding additional products. Okay, so if you're going to be installing this, you may need some additional equipment. After you check out, you can't do it when you're checking out. It won't let you add it until after you check out. So after I checked out, there's a link on Starlink that says shop. Click that, and it shows you all of the different mounts for installing your unit. Since this is going to be a permanent unit, right? It has mounts for rooftops, mounts for outside walls. Like in Bocas, we're gonna mount it on an outside wall, but we have a large overhang of zinc. So we got a long arm mount that will come out from under that zinc and up, so our unit will be not under the zinc. Because again, you have to have a clear line of sight to the sky. So look on there and see what you might need in order to mount this, because you don't want to get your unit and then be scrambling and trying to figure out how to get it attached to your house, okay? Just buy whatever it is that they recommend. It really, yeah, can you go through and kind of, figure out your own thing? Probably. Is that something I want to do? No. It's like $73 for the thing that I needed. Okay, it was a no-brainer for me. The unit comes with like 75 feet of cable, so you probably don't need extra cable unless you're running it for a really long way. But they, like I said, they have roof mounts, wall mounts, pole mounts. So if you don't even want to stick it on your house, you want to stick it on a pole somewhere away from your house because you might not have a clear line of sight where your home is. They have all of those accessories there. Okay. Let's see. Next, or last on the list. Oh, and shipping for my wall mount was free. So it was just $73 for the mounting piece, and then the shipping was free, so I didn't have to pay anything extra. So that was a bonus. Now installation. So once you get your unit, how are you going to install it? Guys, there are already people out there offering to install everything for you for I don't know how much, but here's what I would recommend. If you are at all techie, you don't even have to be super techie. If you can run an app on your phone, try that before you hire someone to install for you, because Starlink really has made installation very easy. You download the app on your phone, you set your unit up, the app automatically will connect with your unit, and then the app, you have to kind of wiggle it around a little bit against the sky to kind of see where the lines of sight are. That is communicated to your dish, and then it automatically moves itself based on the app data to get into the best line of sight. And then the app tells you when it's correct. So please, before you pay someone, hundreds of dollars to come out and do this complicated installation for you, try it yourself. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how easy it is. So hopefully that tip will save you some money. All right, guys, that's all I have on my official jungle paper stamped by the Department of Dogs of Panama. I hope this helps you get your Starlink up and going quickly. I hope it saves you some money. I hope it saves you some aggravation, especially surrounding the shipping costs. Just remember, you cannot ship to a U.S. address, only Panama. Brian is raising his hand, so he must have a question. Mr. Hummel.
Did they give a timeline for shipping?
They did give a timeline for shipping, 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, so within 1 to 2 weeks, I should have the unit, and then I think it's 2 weeks after the unit ships is when the monthly fee starts. Good question, Brian. That's why I keep him around. So you should have it within 1 to 2 weeks, and then your monthly fees will automatically start. Like at that point, I think it's from like a week maybe after you're supposed to receive your shipment, but it's fairly quickly after that. Keep in mind that although hey dogs, stop. That although the monthly fee right now is $52, that does not mean that they might not raise it. Like I said, with the RV unit, within just a few months, they went from $120 to $150. For me, they would have to double the price for it to even get to the same price of what I'm paying in Bocas right now for only 2 to 3 megabytes. I doubt they're going to double it, especially because they understand that they're providing internet service for developing countries, and not everyone is an expat here, right, and can afford all that. Okay, any more questions, Mr. Hummel?
No.
Okay. If you have a question, you can ask one of two ways. You can either post your question in the comments below, or you can head over to the iGo Panama Facebook group, and I will be answering questions over there. If you want a question answered quickly, it's better to go over to iGo Panama because I check that constantly, whereas YouTube I don't check as much. Okay, that's it. That's all. Nothing else. I will see you next Friday. Subscribe, notify, join iGo Panama. Have a great week. See you next one.